Alright, now this is the video for Nocturne, the Lurker in the Shadows. Right off the bat, I'll tell you the Masteries and Runes I personally use. My masteries are 11, 3, 16. Taking the armor pen in offense to 3 armor and defense and working my way to movement speed on utility. The runes I use are attack speed red, armor yellow, and attack speed blues with armor pen quints. This setup allows you to take a more aggressive jungle route and allows you to clear things faster and gives you a good amount of damage early game. The masteries, they give you the good stuff from utility that you'd want with some offensive stuff you'd want from the tree, like the armor pen. It makes up for not having a lot of armor pen in your runes. Anyways, while the odd one might get angry, I'm going to show you guys our path, the one we tend to use and we kind of keep a secret. Anyways, the route I am going to show is a very aggressive route. That's why I had to take cloth armor and 5 health potions. Vampiric Scepter does not allow this. I have a Maokai, and Maokai is the best for doing this. Anyways, I asked him to chuck little saplings at my wolves to start it up. And if I had timed this well, they wouldn't have run around. I screwed it up a little bit. However, though, you know, I can make do. It screws it up kind of significantly. I take more damage and waste more time killing these, but it doesn't matter. I'll still get it done. Anyways, I got a good leash from the Swain and the Maokai, though Maokai hangs around a lot longer than he should have, and it's gonna cost me. After this, I'm heading straight for the enemy wraiths. The enemy Lee Sin started off with Vampiric Scepter. I know this because Clairvoyance caught it. So that means he'd likely be starting off in the enemy wolves. By now he's at their wraiths, so I'll be encountering him. I take my spell shield first in order to avoid his slow. Because if he slows me, then he can easily get away from me. The fear, has a chance to fail, especially if he goes through the wall or some crap. Anyways, I pick up that easy kill. It would have been first blood if my Soraka didn't die, but this is still just as good. I have now gained complete control of the jungle. Since he's level 2, he has Vampiric Scepter, and he's gonna either waste gold on potions in order to jungle, or he's gonna have to waste more time killing the small golems, heading home, or doing some crazy thing. Anyways, because of this pressure that I already have and control, I can gank Singed without any fear. So, Singed easy kill for me, and I just sneak up from behind him. Swain makes a perfect CC. So, we easily pick this up, and that's already 2 kills for me that I've gained for our team. I can already afford a Madrids. This means I can wipe out my jungle as fast as possible. I mean, a lot faster than I normally would. I'll take my red and immediately gank bottom. Of course, I'm not gonna use my smite because I got lucky procs. So I just wipe out 1 golem and smite it just to go. And these two have already used their summoner spells to gank Soraka and whatnot. They're getting too overzealous here. They should not be past the river. So I just go in and wipe out both of them. That's already 4 kills before 7 minutes. Now, what they did wrong there is because my teammates were very low on health and the item choices that they got and the actions they took before, they should have not been playing that aggressively. I mean, look at this. They didn't start off with wards. They didn't start off with, lots of potions or any of that stuff. They had already used their clairvoyance somewhere else, and they had used their summoner spells to kill my teammates, or try to kill my teammates. Sure, my teammates were at low health, but they had no real protection from me. So I just went right in there and attacked them. It's like they had no defenses. Like they kind of screwed themselves. They got too greedy. They wanted those kills, and they paid for it. Like I just took advantage of that. Anyways, that's a path with Nocturne. What I'm telling you with Nocturne is you have to be incredibly aggressive. You should go for early ganks, not clear your jungle and then gank. You should try as early as possible to disrupt somebody. Your early damage is higher than most other junglers. The output you have, the control you have, the security you have is a lot better. So just go up and maul somebody's face. Anyways, here I'm going to show you more examples of pressure and ganking, and then a little tip too. So just wait up. Anyhow, I've taken full jungle control. I'm pretty sure they have wards all over their jungle now, so I'm just going to waltz in and try to take what I can. I suspect they know I'm here, and it becomes more obvious when the enemy leaps and jumps me. And he's going to make one very bad mistake that tells me two things. One, he's going to jump me, and he's going to believe he can fight me. He's going to die. Like, and he gives me blue here. That's a very bad thing already. Like, I get a free blue. The fact that he stayed to fight means his team knows I'm here and was already going to show up, so I take the long way around to avoid them. I end up seeing Karthus. That means the ward is likely in the raid section. That's why he was coming at me at that point. But I managed to escape easily. Now in this scene, my teammate is being ganked by Singed. So I just walked in there and, counter gank. Look how I hang out on the outskirts. Since he went to the bush, I hung out so, you wouldn't, juke both of us, flash or whatever. I'd be able to catch him no matter where he went. Anyways, they decide to dive us, and I take 3 hits on them. It's keep slashing at them. They're going through Swain, not me. So I get to attack at 3. I've seen a lot of people just continuously run when that happens. Just it's 3 hits at the enemy. They're not targeting you, and if they switch, you live anyways. That path I showed you was the Odd Ones and Mine's path. The one we kind of don't share. This is more for junglers who know how to path. As you saw, my pathing there was a little bit more elaborate. Not just my jungle to the enemy jungle, but how I went around around their wards or avoiding them altogether. A very important thing to note here is I took control of the jungle and took control of all the lanes. Nocturne, because of his global ganking, he can do that. I mean, everybody probably already knew that, but the fact that I applied so much pressure to the enemy jungler meant he couldn't gank, and if he did, it would be very difficult for him to do so. And I put some wards down to make him be unable to gank as well. Therefore, I took control of his jungle and the lanes in both ganking and defense. My laners were defended against their jungler, and his laners were in constant threat of mine. At the same time, he was in constant threat of me. So, by that, I took control of the entire game. If you're very aggressive with Nocturne and you know how to do it properly, you will apply so much pressure, the entire enemy team has to focus on removing that pressure from themselves. They have to force it away from you. Anyhow, as Nocturne, especially when you take control of the map through the means I've already shown, it's a very good idea to pressure a lane unmercifully. I ganked bottom a total of 6 times, and only 1 did not result in some form of kill, using a combination of my ultimate or just walking in there because my teammates destroyed the wards, or I just ganked them when their wards had run out. This basically guaranteed a huge advantage for my carry and I guess the support, and I got fed up the wazoo. Like, they surrendered in 20 minutes. Now that's all about Nocturne anyways, but here's a special thing I want to show. Like, it's somehow for some reason hard to get this on video. Anyhow, I head to the enemy jungle to steal his red. But like, if you noticed my mini-map, the enemy Karthus backed out from mid and Gianna went with him too. That totally showed them that they knew I was here, so I just make a break for it. Now look at this, look carefully, it's blurry as hell, but as I head to the river, and I head into the enemy jungle, Karthus backs away from mid. My minions were able to tell where his location was on the map. He backs out from mid, and then Janna goes right through there as well, through mid, and it just disappears. That goes to show that they know I'm here and they want to jump me. So as soon as I notice that, I go around and just make loose. I don't want Singe to catch me either, so I choose to go back down the river. For those who missed it, or for those who want to listen to it again, I take attack speed red, armor yellow, attack speed blue, armor pen quints. As far as I know, the odd one likes these too. For masteries, we have differentiating opinions. I get 11 in the offense all the way to armor pen, 3 in defense, which is armor, and 16 in the utility tree, which is upwards to the mobility speed and the flash. Now, for my general item build is I like to get lantern first. I complete it first. First item I get is Madrids, then boots, then I complete the lantern. Depending on how well my early game goes, I'll get a heart of gold. And if I'm getting a ghost blade, then I'll buy the avarice blade. I'll have 2 gold per 5, only if I'm able to get them before 13 minutes or so. If not, I skip the avarice but get the heart of gold. Now, it depends on what the enemy team is. In most cases, I like to go tanky, so I get a giant's build first, either building into a frozen mallet or a warmogs, and I'm building atmogs. And if I want a DPS item, I get myself a ghost blade. Ghost blade. I love that item. And then generally build tanky from there. Banshee's Veil is a very useful item. As long as you stay on your little queue, then you won't need that much DPS items. You can build tanky, and it's recommended you build tanky. So, as you can see, Lantern, Ghostblade for damage, then Frozen Mallet or Warmogs for defense. And Veil.